So this story is told from Rabbi Coren in Eretz Yisrael. So he was coming back from a trip to Mexico, and he's describing how he's on the plane. You know, his friend is in first class, he's not in first class. And he's comparing the differences, space of the feet, and the fact that there's a waiter, etc., etc. Anyway, at some point, he wanted to say something to his friend. It's not so easy to be allowed to walk into the first class if you're not in first class and you didn't pay for the ticket. Fine, he tries to get in, but then he notices that there's a big tumult. There's a big fight going on in first class. What happened? Apparently, a person with rags and torn clothing and awful smell sat down in one of the seats, and everyone wants to get him out. They think he's not of this first class citizens. So they went. So 2 or 3 guys go quietly over to the conductor or to the stewardess, and they tell him, "Listen, there's this person. He doesn't belong here." The stewardess says, "Listen, everyone has a ticket. Why should we assume that this person doesn't have a ticket? I'm not going to go over and insult him. It's not the right thing to do." Anyway, they're getting really upset. They're trying to figure out what to do. Finally, the stewardess says, "You know, I have a great idea. I'm going to come in and announce that because of security reasons, I have to look at every single person's ticket. This way we're not singling him out, and this way we'll be able to take a look." So, of course, lo and behold, yes, they collect. He comes in, makes the announcement, looks at the tickets, and then after he scans them, he realizes, yes, this person actually snuck in. So he goes over to the person and says, "What are you doing here?" He says, "What do you mean? I saw this free ticket. What a waste. So I came and I sat down." He goes, "You can't do that. This is a $3,000 ticket." So the guy in rags says, "Listen, no problem." And he takes out the money, starts counting out money from his pocket, from his wallet. So the stewardess says, No, it's too late. This is a ticket that you gotta buy before, you gotta earn before. It doesn't help. You could give me $1 million now. You're not part of this first class." And Rabbi Coren said to himself, he said when he heard this, and of course the person eventually acceded and left, he said to himself, we all come in front of the Rabbeinu Shalom. We're going to come after 120, whenever we leave this world. And at that point, we're going to look, they're going to tell us which class to be in. And at that point, of course, we're going to want to try to pull out all the million schus and merits, and we're going to try to find it, and we're going to say, we'll do more, and we'll do more, and with that. And at that point, it's too late. The Vilna Gaon cried before he died, and they asked him why he crying. He said, and he looked at the tzitzis, and he said, tzitzis, such an easy mitzvah it's called, and I can't do this in the world to come. It's too late. This is a time to be able to grab anything that we could do in order to be able to merit, and we should all have the most sweetest year. And here it should be taka tehei shnas oilam chadash tafshinayin ches, a new year. Tehei shnas avoida chadasha. It should be a new avoida, and we should be zeicha to the Mashiach Tzidkein b'mehel b'yameinu. A good yante.